Traders, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I thought I'll do a Tuesday update just to go over what the markets have been doing, share with you two of my trades that I took today on USD CAD and Euro JPY, and just explain some of the thought processes that go behind some of these moves in the market. Hope you are having a good trading week. If you remember what I said on the Instagram live, on Friday, I believe it was, make sure that you're sticking to a simple rule of around just 2 trades per day, because this is really what's going to help you to excel in your trading, help you to avoid chasing the trades, revenge trading, doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and allowing the markets just to play out, which I call the process, so that you can get the best results possible. So if it's now, well, it is now Tuesday, but if you're finding that you've taken too many trades, or you're not where you want to be, or you haven't got the results that you're looking for, just pause for a second. You don't need to self-sabotage. You don't need to chase tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. Just trust me when I say this. Just step back from the markets, choose a session, the London session or the New York session, and just come in for 2 hours with one of those sessions, sit down and just wait for one setup. Take the trade. If you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. You walk away. If you win, fantastic, you walk away as well. Because the more you chase the markets, you'll find that you're going to just get results that are constantly going around in circles. Win, lose, break even, win, lose, break even, win, lose, break even. And I'll tell you something now, in both sessions, the London and the New York session, you'll find there's probably just one good move per session. Today, personally, I sat all the way through the London session, all the way into the New York session till about 40 minutes ago, before I took 2 trades. I planned to take 1, but I managed to get into 2. And both of these setups were planned from 7 o'clock this morning. 8:30 a.m. this morning on the live analysis and setups session. I just had to wait and be patient. So anyway, let me stop mumbling. Let's go over to the charts and let's take a look what is happening in the markets. Okay, traders, so we're over here on USD CAD, and we also have Euro JPY there in the background. Now, I'm just going to give you an overview of what happened. If you remember clearly from the Sunday analysis, we were looking for price to, or the dollar to continue its strength, and looking for a reaction here at 39,400. Now, this was a pattern that we drew this morning on the live session. This is what we're looking for to trade, and I'm not going to go into too much details about it. Your strategy is your strategy, and of course, you know, you may not understand everything that's happening, but this was kind of what we was looking for this morning on GU to see a continuation to the downside. There was a nice mover back up to 39.40 on Monday, and I did call every single pullback, and they actually all pulled back from Sunday. Now we're looking for the continuations. We didn't get enough movement in GU, and if you remember clearly on Sunday, I mentioned the pullbacks to some of these key levels here, and a bounce off 109.87 for a continuation up to 110.78. Now, come on, baby. Now, this morning, the idea was to see this form, so structure to, or price to break above and hold 110.35. We're looking for a level in the market to hold, and we wanted to see a continuation up to 110.78. Exactly what's happened, baby. Beautiful analysis. Why, guys? Because you can see that the dollar is strong, the yen is weak. That would explain why I took some of my trades as well as we go on to look at Euro yen. Now, here on Aussie Dollar CAD, we also mentioned this on Sunday. We was looking for the pullback back to around 75.50. You can see it pull back, not quite, but remember, this is not, we're not looking for perfect levels here. We're looking for areas in the market where price is reacting to, and if you pull it back down to the break and retest level for the double top pattern here, you can see the continuation down, and you should be able to take advantage of this move all day long. One of the mentors in the academy yesterday, I believe, took a huge way. I could actually be totally wrong about this, and I don't want to be totally wrong about this. Let me just check this. I'm almost sure, but I could also be super wrong. But I believe one of the members yesterday was Monday, took a 1-to-5 risk-reward ratio out of this Aussie Dollar USD. Okay, so here is the trade, as you can see. On Aussie Dollar USD, you can see the reaction from the 75.40 level, and you can see the market here has just continued to push bearish. They actually got into this trade pretty early, which is absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, they had, or she had, should I say, a beautiful 1-to-5 risk reward ratio trade here on Aussie Dollar USD. So as you can see here, the idea was to see this continue down as long as we broke 75.07 today. We broke it, but we didn't hold it. So now we'll wait for this continuation, probably moving into next week. Now we move on to my trade. And this was absolute gorgeous analysis that we spoke about this morning. Now we wanted to see USD CAD pull back down to some of these levels here for the bounce. So after the push phase, you're looking for the exhaustion, but we need to monitor a couple of things. Is price breaking and holding above levels? And now 23.79 was one of the most important levels this morning when analyzing. We needed to see this 4H candle close for the 10 o'clock close. And then what we wanted to see the market do is pull back to in and around this level here on the hourly time frame. Now, as you can see here, what has happened is the behavior of the market has been bearish back down to the retest level. We're looking for the brick wall to be broken to start showing signs of bullish sentiment. And then what we're looking for the market to do is break close above key levels and hold. So 23.79 was an important level. We continue to hold that level throughout the morning. And then as you can see, as we move into the New York session, where the volume starts to kick in a bit more, we started to see price pushing above some of these levels here. Now, the idea is this price starts to push above some of these levels here, we should see this market continue bullish. And then that's when I scale down to my lower time frames to look for this trade idea. I'm looking for the momentum shift, which is price breaking above the major highs in the market. I jumped into this trade here and I put my stop loss below this strong bullish engulfing candle. The candle was open and I took it before it closed. So please don't say, why did you take the trade there? I took the trade as the trade was open. The candle was open. And then you can see that we had this continuation to the upside. Now, I'm really surprised by this move back to the downside, but I was quite fortunate enough to hit my take profit on this one. But as you can see, it's pretty simple. The overall structure on USD CAD is bullish. The behavior of the market is being supported by a previous higher low. So as long as price trades above the higher low, we're good to go. At the same time, we also have evidence of dollar strength, and we have bullish behavior indicated in the market by these big bullish candles. You also have a behavioral change here on the hourly time frame, which was a bearish intraday trend, flip into a bullish intraday trend with price breaking and closing above key levels in the market. And then I'm looking for price to continue bullish after the break of some of these highs. That's what got me into this beautiful, beautiful trade here. And as you can see, we hit the bag on this one pretty nicely. Let's continue with the analysis. Pound JPY on the 4H time frame. The idea on pound JPY was to see this continue bullish today because we have no evidence of yen strength. It's getting destroyed by the euro. It's getting destroyed by the dollar. And right now you can see the behavior of the market since yesterday has been bullish. Once price holds 153.39, tries to break out and then doesn't hold the breakout and breaks back in, the idea is that we're looking for buyers above 153.83. Now, originally, I was looking for price to close below this level to look for continuation sells back down. But towards the end of the analysis, it only made sense that we're looking for buys. It hasn't played out just yet. There's not much to support pound strength or yen strength. So it's probably best that you put this one on the back burner. But that was kind of the idea this morning. And it's good to see that we didn't rush into no sells because of the analysis that we managed to get across the board here. Now, the next pair we took a look at was Aussie Dollar Jpy. This really helped us to identify what was happening with the pound yen. We know that the overall structures on both pairs were bearish and price was holding below the previous lower highs. We were looking for price to continue bearish, but at the same time, the volume of the candles this morning were very low. And the idea was that the markets were showing no signs of yen strength. So we just said, put these two on the back burner. If anything, wait for 83.38 to be broken and look for those continuation buys, but pretty boring structures over here. USD Swiss franc, we were looking for the market to continue bullish. The problem is once price came back to 92.10, which is a previous consolidation in the markets, as you'll see here on the hourly time frame, you can see price has just been reacting to it, failing to break above. We have strength in the dollar, which should, in theory, see this market continuing bullish at least to 92.28. But at the moment, you can see that it's failing to break above. So no trades here on USD Swiss franc today. We're just waiting for price to break close above 92.10, hold above this level to create some sort of support. And then we'll see a continuation up, hopefully, into the latter part of the week. Then it came my trade here, which was Euro JPY. So let's flick over to Euro JPY. Now, what you'll notice here with Euro JPY is the overall structure of the market has been pushing bearish. The idea was to see price hold around 31.40. And the reason for that is because if you're in a downtrend, you expect the lower high to hold in order to see the market continue down. What happened is this morning on the morning analysis, we identified that during the Asian session, we had a break close above this structure here. This is indicating bullish sentiment. We also identified that the yen was weak, and we also identified that there was good talks about the euro. Now, that being said, the price action was representing what was happening in the markets and the fundamentals that supported this. And the idea was this, that as long as this candle closed above this key level, you could look for continuation buys in this market. Now, granted, price did pull back into this level, but you can see violently rejected it. And if you were looking for the best buying opportunity on this market, you're looking for price to break above some of these areas here to look for these continuations up. Now, granted, I didn't take my trade at the best entry, but what I did identify was a bullish behavior in line with price holding the key levels. The overall structure of the market, behavior of the market was still bullish, as you can see here, even though the structure was bearish. Price was holding key levels again, breaking key levels, and then that's what led me to scale down. Now, this was a trade that I took immediately after USD CAD. I wasn't banking on taking this trade, even though this analysis played out perfect to the T on how we analyzed it this morning, but it was a no-brainer. The previous behavior of the market's been bullish. We're breaking above these key levels. Euro is showing signs of strength. Yen is showing signs of weakness. The overall trend of this market is now pushing bullish. We have a potential higher low in the market. We have an area in the market where price is failing to break above. We have a nice bullish close in the market. And if we have this bullish close, there's a high chance we continue to push bullish. And as you can see here, the confluences just lined up too beautifully not to take this trade. And with that being said, that increases the probabilities of us winning this trade. Hence the reason why we took it. So an absolutely gorgeous trade here on Euro Yen, and very, very, very happy to finish my Tuesday, closing the day plus 6R within a matter of 30 minutes. Patience paid off, baby. And all I can say is we just continue to trust the process, continue to be systematic and follow the plan. Let's move on to just some of these final analysis of this market. Here on Euro USD, the thing is, we said this morning it's probably best to leave this structure alone, believe it or not. And I tell you why. Once you bring two strong currencies together, what you will find is that they will range. So we've had good news from the euro. We see signs with Euro JPY that the euro is strong. We also know that the dollar is strong, meaning that there's going to be a tug of war. So the idea was if 1892 breaks to the downside, you look for sells. And if 1922 breaks, you look for buys. Then on the flip side, we was like, well, hold on a minute. If they're both strong, you don't really want to be, banking on price breaking out and then continuing in that direction. So to avoid the breakouts and the break back ins, just step away from the market and then, just wait for either or currency to get stronger to get a directional bias. So this was the plan this morning with Euro USD. Then the final plan here was on gold. We were looking for this bearish behavior to continue bearish. Structure is bearish on this market. Previous days' behavior has been failing to break above a resistance level in the market, so still staying in line with the downtrend. Through the London session, you can see here towards the 10 o'clock close, we had huge bearish momentum. And again, we had huge bearish momentum after the pullback. We had a huge rejection. The idea was this, that if price broke 1775, we'll see a continuation back down to some of these lows. We haven't broken it yet, so probably we're going to leave this one to another day. But that was the analysis on the 10 pairs again from this morning. Just an overview of how we planned these Euro JPY and USD CAD trades, and also those USD JPY buys there. Beautiful analysis, just sticking to the plan, waiting for structures to break or be respected, identifying currency strength, structure, and behavior, bringing it all together with a little bit of technicals and fundamentals if need be, and then executing based on patterns and processes. If this is how you're trading, then you're definitely going to find success in your trading. If you're not trading this in depth and find that you're just willy-nilly taking trades for the sake of taking them, then you're going to struggle, my friends. Make sure you take your time, plan your trades, make sure there's a beginning, middle, and end to every single scenario. Figure out why you're taking the trade, how you're going to manage the trade, etc., and then execute. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not every day is going to be a winning day. Make sure you remember that. So traders, I hope you enjoyed that video. Just a breakdown of 2 of my trades today. Just some market overview as well. I hope I've given you some insight moving into Wednesday for the last 3 days or next 3 days of the week, just so that you can get an idea of how you can be planning your trades, how you need to be perceiving the markets, understanding the sentiment. What is this currency doing? What is that currency doing? Is this currency strong? Should I be looking for buys as well as sells? Are 2 currencies strong together? Should we avoid it? Should I be waiting for the break and close below structures? Should I be waiting for price to pull back? Sunday, we call pullbacks. We have pullbacks. Tuesdays, we call continuations. We have continuations. Tomorrow will be another day. We'll analyze the markets again in the morning. We'll figure out a plan. We'll find our setups. If they play out, they play out. If they don't, they don't. Make sure you're being efficient and doing your utmost to give yourself the highest probability of winning your trades. Until next time, all I ask of you is just to hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Turn on notifications. And until next time, continue to trust the process.